The schedule will set you free. Stress is good for me. I can perform under pressure. I handle my money appropriate and I put it into the correct place. I am calm and confident steward of my finances. I wisely direct my money to its most productive place. Nowhere can man find a retreat more peaceful or less troubled than his own soul. If thou findest in human life something better than justice, truth, temperance, fortitude, I remain confident of this: I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord, be strong, and take heart, and wait for the Lord. It's time to take control of your mouth, your mind, your mood, and your money. Focus on this project and what's next. That's it.
What's up? It's been a couple days. I'm reading from a journal from this day in 2022, 3 years ago. What's your main goal? To buy land and move my family out there. I need knowledge of agriculture. I need mechanic comprehension. I also need at least 400,000 some. The land needs to be 200 acres. That's my ultimate goal. I want livestock, cows, goats, chickens, horses in the barn. Got the 5 families that could collectively come together and impart in this mission. We're gonna have buildings, houses, the horses and the livestock on the other side. I'm gonna need engine knowledge, and agriculture side is the final piece, which is the food production, self-sufficiency. Man, I might have to start making private videos just for myself, for self-hypnosis, just reciting shit and playing it over and over. Wants and needs. I want to get a handgun, shotgun, bow and arrow, get a Bowie knife specifically on the hip. I guess I want to be a cowboy. I want a car, a truck, a motorcycle. I said bike. I want $3,000 saved in the bank. I want $10,000 saved by Christmas. Dang, that's crazy. Because now my thinking like this year around is kind of like, I want 10,000 by like next year. I want like 2,000. Well, I'm saying I want like 2,000, but I'm saying like in 3 months and shit. So my ambition was a little bit higher, just a little bit, 3 years ago. And it's the same fucking goals, you could say. I mean, I've always wanted 2,000 saved in the bank, and then ultimately have the 10K just for strictly emergencies only, just to know that everybody will always be straight, will always be good. For the majority, 60%, whatever. Your sources of income. Right now, cleaning company, janitor at night. Also cleaning for my dad's business, the ESL. Estate sale and moving with Josh. Every once in a while, like once a month maybe, or every other month, he'd have me, moving stuff on his trailer. And that was opportunity too. They just didn't know how to connect it. And sparks were going off in my mind, because that's the type of shit that me and my dad would discuss. And I was like, I've always thought about being like a marketer, or basically the middleman. Like someone has services, someone has sales, And it's like they just don't know what to do with it, and that's what it is. It came across as. He's like, we have all these estate sales, all this furniture, all this stuff, and we don't know what to do with it. And I was like, bro, there's something there. I got a nutrition book that was good. I got some aftershave, which hell, you say what it, but it's Hugo Boss. You know what I'm saying? And I know it sounds crazy because like I told this youngin. When I was working at Bill Miller's, I was like, yeah, I got some aftershave. And he's like, you got aftershave from a dead dude? You know, put it that way, that's hilarious. That's comedy. But like really, I don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like I find good knowledge there. I thought it was interesting for me personally. You know, maybe you ain't got to tell everybody like, yeah, I'm wearing a dead man's fucking aftershave. You know, maybe you find some Versace and shit. I mean, but who knows? Like even if you were to go to Goodwill and shit, you know, my thing is like I'm not gonna buy a whole lot of shit. It's just gonna be like maybe I'll see one piece, just one little piece, and I'm like, that's gold right there. Like you might have 100 things, but just to find that one, and maybe you won't find no shit because I'm not gonna force it. If I like it, I like it. And so I feel like that's how it is with like Goodwill or thrift stores, and that's how I was when my boy was doing the estate sales and stuff. Now that I'm talking about it, I need to hit him up. It's interesting talking about Bob and the shame and guilt. Like that's what I'm stuck in this loop, and my negative self-talk has been horrific the last 12, 13 hours, bro. Or the last 24, really. I'm really, but still, been battling it for 4 years. It's negative self-talk. Hell. When I stayed over by Houston, like I stayed in Conroe, but I would drive like 45 minutes every day to see this female. Sometimes I would cry. I'd be like, I don't even want to do this. I pray to God as I'm driving. I'm like, God, please take this away. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go see this person. Like, I didn't really like them like that. They were cool to hang out with, you know. But it's like, what kind of shit is that, bro? And then it's like, how do you think that makes them feel? Like, you're just being a piece of shit. And it's like beginning, maybe it starts out as thinking like I'm a nice guy, but it just turns you into an asshole because you just turn up lying. You just start lying, like you're just lying. Like if you know, one thing that I always respected about my best friend growing up or coming up as a young man is like if I wanted to do something and he'd be like he no emotion or nothing. He's just like nah, not really, nah, I'm good, and he stood firm on that, and I respected that. Because me, I'm the exact opposite. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll do it. Oh yeah. Just throw myself at your mercy. Like, oh, fuck. Like, I just go all the way the fuck in. And maybe it's not the best thing for me to go all the fuck in, Or maybe it's a bad outcome and I know that shit, but I'll just go along with it, What the fuck? It's kind of like sometimes my friend will be driving and I see the exit, but I don't want to speak up or cut him off while he's talking. So I won't, like, I'll just let him pass. And I won't be like, hey man, your exit's coming up. Because I'm worried about what? Interrupting him while he speaks or some shit? That's just coming with the overthinking, bro. It's like, I'm just trying to turn my fucking brain off, bro. Really, I just need to do more. I know this. I've explained this to my father. It's like Tyler, the Creator. Like, I don't really listen to his music and all that, but, like, as a person, you can see like how he was wilding out in high school and spazzing, had so much energy, and nowadays he's running like 4 or 5 different companies. He's doing all these things, music, on the entertainment side, also chasing passion, clothes, branding, whatever, and it's a force to be reckoned with, honestly, in my opinion. But just looking at it as a creative side, I'm like, like he just had so much energy as a young man that needed to be dispersed in the correct, he wasn't meant to do like the regular 9 to 5, but he was meant to like do 5 different things at once, right? And like, you can't shit on jobs, like people having a job. That I've become aware of that listening to this one guy, which talking about him, I need to probably watch his videos again too. Because it's like people who shit on the working man saying, oh, you know you're working for a boss, right? Like, you don't have control of your life, yada yada. We know we're in the system, right? But it's like, yeah, and motherfucker, Chloe's making noise, which means I might be talking too much. But she's huffing and puffing. Stick to the goals and plans. All this started just to say that I have the same goals as motherfucking 3 years ago. Like literally, just thinking way too much, brother. And I noticed that in my father and my family, and that's not to be disrespectful, but it's like all we do is just talk and plan and talk. And it's like the greatest creative on that all fronts, but it's the action. And my pops even told me that when I was staying with him. Like, I think it was in 2022. I think it was when I was in this journal. Because I put Planet Fitness because I was going there all the time. I'm pretty sure I was staying with my pops. Came up with some masterful stuff. This is classics, bro. I think I've showed this picture before. I got it in the system. I need to put it up. But this is like the basis of it, where it started. Motherfucking. But, and this is 3 years ago, bro. It's like really all your energy could have gone into it. And that's wild. It is wild, bro. This book's a classic. I'm talking about priorities. Woo. This is 3 years ago where I came up with this, and I was just thinking about it this morning. But this is on, I don't know when this was. Shit. This was March of 2022. But the first 20 minutes of your day, you could listen to the same tape for months and read books that you like. How can I focus on myself, build my frame, my spiritual, my psyche? Our vision is the main focus. The side quest is to get to the gym. Side quest, main quest. Here we go. Our vision. Do your side quest, but get to the gym. Because the gym is your main mission. Everything else is a side quest. Yeah, use that one. We need you productive. Improve your studies. Be the father that you needed. Be the man that you needed at your worst. Be that example. Be that man that you needed to come help you, show you the way. Good work, boys. This is cringe. So what? We need it. We think different. We're a different breed. You have to be all-consuming, all about it, obsessed. What are you obsessed about? What is your main goal? Focus. Where your focus goes, your attention goes. Where your attention goes, grows. Progress. You need to progress in your body with money, and you need to be the father figure. You need wealth for your future children. Everything compounds. You need purpose. Keep that grand vision. A man's purpose is fatherhood. Do the hard work even if you don't feel like it. You need to be your best cheerleader. Oh, I thought. No. Burn the midnight oil. You need to rely on your self-encouragement. Chloe's breathing again. I might be going into overtime. Be prepared for the letdown. You need necessary alterations. Study your mistakes, acknowledge it, but you're bound to get better. Focus on your next move. How to do what did hit. How to do that one more. Do your good move and study your mistakes. Your next opportunity matters. I can do it. I can do it better next time. Make it right next time. It's coming again. Don't say that next time. Don't beat yourself up, but pump yourself up. Oh, I can't wait. I need to rely on myself. Rely on your self-ability to figure out what's right and what's wrong. Encouragement number 1 is to study mistakes. Number 2, encourage with dreams. Know that I got a plan. Oh, I missed something. There's a setback. We get back in the line. The cowboy falls off of the horse 7 times and he gets right back on. The fall of a habit, get back on it. It's hard, it's frightening. You need to keep your ambition high. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Never be satisfied. Invest your time into you. You have unlimited potential. Transform. Work on yourself. Listen to the tapes over and over. First thing in the morning. The first 20 minutes of your day, listen to the same tape for months. Read books that you like. How can I focus on myself and build my frame? Also my spiritual and my psyche. Then leave those women alone. I don't know. I don't think I finished my thought or what I was listening to. It says then women. And Elon Musk, who would have knew 3 years ago that boy would like be doing something with the government? Man, don't even talk about that. I don't even watch the news, but I only looked at CNN the other day because Nathan Fielder was on there.